I think this is going to be a spectacular tree. Don't mind if I say so. So I hope I don't make mistake. Hi, I'm miltonchang of Bonsaiheirloom, and I would like to work on this juniper, which was stuck out about 4 to 5 weeks ago, and I put it in this growing pot, and you'll probably notice when I pull it out, there'll be a lot of root growth. And it's actually very interesting. First of all, you can see I didn't really take much care when it's growing. This part all rotten and died off, and this part remaining to give it a little bit more interesting feature. And also show the characteristic of prostrata juniper or most juniper, where they tend to grow with a kind of a twist. You can see this is a nice angle, and then this bottom branch is really nice for a cascade. So I can see there are nice branches here for the top and going down to the side. And then I don't know what to do with this one. I can certainly make it into a gen or make it part of the design. So what I would do is I take it out of the pot, study it, and maybe together we can decide, at least I would decide which way to go. But I think once I take it out, it will become pretty obvious, because what you do is you can then turn around until you see the maximum angle to optimize the appearance of the tree. So also I would take cuttings this time because junipers are extremely easy to root. You can see little bumps along the way. These actually become roots coming out. You can see the juniper has a nice way of slight twist here, little twist right here. And then you can also cut it here to make the branch go this way, very easily to shape the tree, and in addition to the natural curve that it would develop. So I encourage to plant some juniper in the ground, and you will have good material. This one's probably in the ground for about 15 years from a cutting, and that's how much they will look like in 15, 20 years, and that's very respectable bonsai. So with that in mind, then, let me take it out of the pot to incorporate the root in the design. A little stuck here. Whoa, look at that. Look at all the white roots. They are growing like crazy, just in the ground, in a pot for maybe 6 weeks, or 4 to 6 weeks. And looks like quite a bit of ants. A lot of these are done by ants to give it this look. So I can do the tree this way. You can see very dramatic in the pot with this showing on the side of the pot, coming up like this, and then coming up like that, right? And then you have a branch coming down like a cascade. And it's so nice that this one has nice curves in it. And then so is this one here has nice curves in it. So that's probably what I do. Instead of the initial design, which is cascade to start, this is a semi-cascade with both upright and cascade. So we'll accentuate this base as part of the design. So I probably have to put it this way so that I can retain most of the roots, and I can gradually change it over time. So with that in mind, then let me come to the front to work on it. So this trunk is coming up like this, very dramatic, and then coming down like this, and then this one goes down. It has all of the making of a great bonsai, and that's only like 15 years in the ground. And again, starting, that's pretty much the route that I decided. And I will have to adjust over time, put it in a wide, bigger pot, and adjust over time to accentuate the front, in a sense, leave space for the back. And you can see this is the top apex, very natural. I cut it off here, and this is I cut it off here, and then this is a very natural apex, and then I can cut that off. So I would let this alone, let it grow, and then I cut this off. so that I won't mix up and cut it off in sense of to change the apex. And then I just work my way down. And I will save some of these branches for cuttings because it looks like this one has a lot of nice cuttings that I can use. Like I said, that's almost 100% wood root. I don't want the two branches come out this way, so I think I choose this one and cut off this side. And I cut off, like this branch, I cut it here, so these will shoot out for me to use for design, and then I can worry about wiring it later. So I'm just right now, you can see this, the apex coming up, and then this could be one coming side, or just get rid of it. In fact, I just get rid of it, like make that into a chin. Right, that looks interesting. A dead in the front and a tree apex grow out in the back. So you can see this branch comes up like this. That's the apex, really nice. And then I clean off these lower branches for support, in a sense of for support the design. And I again cut it short so it would shoot out for me to use for my design. And that's such a powerful curve going backwards that I just make the top dead, a chin, to accentuate the interesting curve. Not going to worry too much about it. I can always scrape it off later. This is such a beautiful curve. And I think given that's the front, I'll probably cut it off right here so that this will grow out to that side. And let this one come out that way. So that you will have a curve, roughly this curve coming up, going back, and then coming down. I can wire it later. Again, I don't need to do the fine tuning. As it grows thicker, in a sense, some more leaves, I can then redo it, reclip it. In about 6 months, I have a plenty interesting design. So this is that's an interesting curve going that way. And this is an interesting curve coming this way. So I want to take advantage of that. So you can see how powerful this curve is. You can see this coming like this. So I had to figure out how to use that. So the idea is you let the tree grow wild, and then you take advantage of its growth to make lemonade when you have lemon, rather than try to force it to the shape that you want. And this way, my trees are very different. Each one is different because each one had a different growing condition and different habits. And so you will not bore that every tree looks alike. And like this tree is coming up, that doesn't make any sense because it will clash with the apex. So I cut it off and make that into a chin. So you use every opportunity to create the age look, the weather look by making chins. But again, you try to find the reasoning why behind it so that it's not contrived to make it look natural, but look, and yet you in fact are influencing it, you know? You are the artist. And look at this. This is a nice curve coming down this way, but I'm not sure where it's going, so I may have to cut it to make it go the way I want. So I would say I let this branch grow just in case I need to use it when going backwards. I may not need to, but I might. So this is a nice curve coming up, and then goes up like that. And then this branch is coming down like that. And now I got one here for me to use. And so I would try to figure out how to do this. Now, this one is kind of a wrong angle, and yet it's got a beautiful curve. So I almost wonder if I can turn it, or I would just let one of the other branches grow. See if I can. I think it's too far gone to be able to turn it. So let me just cut this off. I'll make it into a gin. And I think this branch, that one is going out that way. So this one you want to kind of coming out this way. So let me select a branch to let it grow into that. So like this could be an inside turn, and then this branch will start to come down. Or yeah, I think so. So it's a little bit far-fetched, and it may take a little while for it to get there, but so be it. So for example, I may twist this a little bit, you know, break it a little bit, twist, so that this branch will be coming down this way. You see? So when this branch gets this long, and that one going up, this one coming down like this, I think it will be a spectacular tree, and then the one in the back going all the way back. I think this is going to be a spectacular tree. I don't mind if I say so. Of course, I'm an eternal optimist. I can see the possibilities. In fact, I have a branch coming this way. Look at that. See? So I can get rid of all of this. And use this to be up here. And then this branch coming down. Look at that. Look at this tree coming up like this one going back like that, and this one going. All the angles are so beautiful. You accentuate by clipping off the ones that distract the design. So now let's work on this branch. This is going to be a very essential branch because it's drastic. You see, here's a tree going up this way, and then this one's coming down. You want to preserve that to accentuate the drastic feature of it. And so I hope I don't make mistake. Let's figure it out. So let's look at this branch. This obviously is not going to do anything. It's in the wrong direction. And if this is in the wrong direction, not much. But there's something that grew to the side. So that's okay too. And I'm going to save that little bud because someday I may want to use it. Or this one too. So you leave some option for you to change. Now, if I cut off here, this may very well shoot out, even though it's not green at this point. And this is also at the wrong angle. And this one, you can see the one's there, but there's a little bit of green that's coming out. Oh, that's not it. It just happened to be there. So I think you need to have this one or this one grow up, and then this one coming down, but this is fairly redundant. I would say this one's a little redundant too. You can see this angle coming out like this. You don't want this one coming up, but this is a lower branch that's going down, not much growth, but that can be very dramatic going like this and this. So with that in mind then, I would actually make most of this go away. See, it's very easy to make gin. Just peel it, and the bark will become, the trunk will become white over time to show the age. I'm just shortening it so that it will shoot out. Well, all the branches are there, just not in an obvious way that it does the twist or turn that you wanted it. So I describe that as finding the squirrel in a tree puzzle to optimize your design. So like this little branch, you see how it comes out like this? So it's really, really picturesque. And so you want this to grow up and to get the shape, the design you like. But in the meantime, you cut off the top so it will shoot out to give you the design option. So with that in mind then, I think this is pretty much it. I will make it into a pot about this size. And so this tree will be here, the trunk, I'll wash off of the soil to show the bark. And the tree is going like this, coming up and coming down on this side and this side. Look at that, incredible. I'm just so excited about this tree. I would say 15 minutes ago, I had no idea what to do with it. I was going at the other direction. But by twisting it, you can see the incredible design, honestly. So let me describe the origin of this tree. It was a cutting, and it grew, and I didn't know what to do with it. And somehow it was a very big trunk, and I ripped off pieces of it. When I first took it out today, I dug it maybe 6 weeks ago. I really didn't know what to do with it. It's more like a cascade. But once I turn it around, I can see what a dramatic semi-informal upright will be. Here is the trunk, the base, and I will put it in a growing pot about this big, let it grow some more, fatten this tree. And then I can put it in a bonsai pot about like this. And I can, for example, tilt this a little bit more. Or I can, because this one I can bend, I can push it down. Whereas this one is rather rigid and I like it to be down a little bit. So I may do this and then push this one down. And sometimes it's so hard that I will break it in a sense of let the bark connect it, but actually introduce a little crack so I can get it to the angle I want. So what an incredible tree will be just by playing on the natural look of the tree, by quote unquote finding the squirrel in the tree to make lemonade when you have a lemon. In a sense, it was really an ugly tree before I work on it. So with that in mind, then I hope you learn something about how to turn your garden tree into a good bonsai with very little effort, but just takes a lot of years to let it grow. What I did is I go out, I was busy with my business. I go out, clip it 5 to 10 minutes a year, and gradually shaping it until I got what I wanted. So I will give you an update every 3 to 6 months. I think probably 6 months, you'll see the dramatic growth of this tree, that this could be one of my best trees. So I get excited about when I see a beautiful tree. So thank you very much for your patience to bear with me on how to create this really wonderful curve coming up like that and bending back and then bending back and bending back. It's just really incredible. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed it. Please click like, that's my reward. Please subscribe to our channel so we notify you of a new video, and also get on our mailing list so that we can notify you when we have trees ready for sale. I want you to get one before we ran out. So thank you very much. See you next week.